Chuck and TK, their first match here at Wrestling Open, they're wrestling for the tag team titles.
And that is part of the championship raffle that Swipe Right put up themselves. They said there's always the raffle after every Wrestling Open show for a prize, and they said, let's do our own raffle. We're so good, let everybody be in the raffle. Let every team put their name in the hat. We'll pick at random. And it just so happened that this week, Sunshine Machine was coming to the United States. They said, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. And they won. And the former Progress Tag Team Champions, two-time undisputed British Tag Team Champions for Rev Pro, they have been in there with teams like Sanity, with grizzled young veterans. So these are guys who have faced some big-time experienced teams.
Yeah, they're not going to shy away from the spotlight or the sunshine, if you will. But Ricky and Brad, you have to wonder maybe if emotions were running high last Thursday. You know, they won the titles. They ended up getting the WWID prospect contracts. I don't. Maybe it would have benefited. Maybe take a week off. Maybe.
Brad Baylor starting off with Cooper here, and I don't disagree with you. As far as I'm concerned, if they took off 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it would be to their benefit and they could do it, but let's see if they can be fighting champions.
I mean, I think they will. I was really high on them coming into that match against the Church of Greatness. You know, nothing against Ichiban and Tyree. Wow.
Man, he is all over them. And look at that, right in the corner is Brad Baylor and Cooper showing off in a big way to start things off here tonight. As, man, these guys bring a lot of experience over to the United States. As there's a blind tag. Smokes definitely didn't see it. Oh, and fell into a atomic drop. And Smokes definitely feeling it. As you can see, I mean, have you ever fallen on your coccyx, your spine, and you have that tingly feeling? Smokes definitely just felt that right now.
Yeah, and now Chuck, Chuck just, he had the headlock for a second. He was trying to play into the crowd. That was a mistake. You can't take, even if, you know, you can't take Ricky Smokes or Brad Baylor lightly, even if they weren't the tag team champions, but their confidence is at an all-time high. And Paul, another thing, you know, we obviously the Sunshine Machine from England, I'm sure, you know, starting this match, the adrenaline's high. They flew here today from England.
They got here this morning. I heard they had a little bit of a holdup at customs, not because of anything they did, but it just happens if you travel. So they didn't get here as early as they would like. That is definitely going to play a factor, I think, but maybe the adrenaline of just arriving at the building, getting your gear on, warming up a little, and getting in there might play to their advantage, excuse me.
Mambo's gonna try it again. Look at this rope work. Oh, look at that!
Reverses. Smokes face first on that second rope, and Sunshine Machine is shining here against the Wrestling Open Tag Team Champions.
And Smokes, after they ended up in the wrong part of town,
spins around. They're gonna go for a double team here. Cooper going to that top rope. He's gonna fly. Beautiful double team. And Smokes out at 2, and this title reign is looking very shaky in defense number 1.
And, you know, I don't know how much Ricky and Brad even know about Chuck and TK. This could be one of those unknowns where, you know, they kind of didn't know what they were getting into, and luckily able to quickly tag in Brad.
Double flapjack from the challengers as Baylor and Smokes are looking very, very shaky 1 week after winning the Wrestling Open Tag Team titles.
And now Ricky grabbing Brad Bill.
And speaking of grabbing, Brad Baylor grabbed the hair, and Sunshine Machine is sent down on the back foot, and Baylor doesn't even care about making a cover here.
I mean, he probably wasn't going to get the 3. He just wants to, you know, they're a little frustrated. You know, they didn't get out of the gates like they wanted to, but now they're regaining some control. And once they can keep anyone on their side of the ring, it's a wrap for anyone when Swipe Right can do that.
And Smokes with the vertical suplex, as smooth as you like. There is a reason WWE identified these two as prospects. Brad Baylor was handed a contract 7 days ago. He said, I'm not going unless Ricky Smokes comes with me. Ricky Smokes 24 hours later receiving his contract, and now Swipe Right, the Wrestling Open Tag Team Champions, are prospects. Makes the cover. But more importantly, here on Thursday nights, they are the Wrestling Open Tag Team Champions, knocking off the Church of Greatness 1 week ago with a little hand from the Stetson Ranch. But now that they're out there all alone, they've got to show that they are champs for a reason.
I doubt they have any sort of long-standing association with the ranch. I think Stetson and those guys just kind of taking it upon themselves to mess up things for Ichiban and Tyree and the rest of the church. But you go back to you said Brad demanded that Ricky get a contract as well. Brad Baylor's 20 years old. You just get handed this opportunity of a lifetime, and you have the audacity to demand, Ricky deserved it. Let's not make any mistake about it. But to demand that his partner gets one as well, that's crazy.
5 minutes of
Going after the hair one more time.
Minutes remain.
We saw that be a factor here as far as Brad Baylor helping the champs gain the advantage in the match. The referee's attention was turned. Baylor grabbing the hair and getting his team the advantage. The question is, how long can they hold on to it? Oh, and look at that, grab the bandana, or at least partially getting the hair. They're gonna be very careful here. That was right in front of the referee.
I think maybe that time, maybe Ref Bill thought it was just a bandana, but he is admonishing them for the hair pull, and I would, if that happens again, I think it'd be a shame if this ended in disqualification, but Ref Bill might have to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, I mean, what happens, happens. You have to make the decision. You know how tough that is as an official when there's so much on the line, as Brad Baylor making sure the Sunshine Machine is not taking the titles home with them to England. And can you imagine the shockwaves if the Wrestling Open Tag Team titles end up in the United Kingdom? We'll have to start sending teams there to try to bring them back.
Wow. You know what? We obviously know that that didn't even occur to me. Wow. If Ricky and Brad, they gotta do the tag teams here a solid.
I mean, we have to hope that Swipe Right keep the tag team titles here. I wouldn't be that upset about it because that would be really interesting to make these titles international by bringing them overseas. But right now, Sunshine Machine doesn't look like they're going to win anything.
Wow, I mean, Mambo's been taking a ton of punishment, maybe getting a second win here. Brad and Ricky, they need to stay on top of him again, keeping him in the corner. Mambo, he has to get TK Cooper in this match.
Yeah, Mambo is fighting with everything he has, running on jet lag and adrenaline here as he goes to that second rope. Springboards, but he makes the tag. How about that?
He dove all the way across the ring into a tag. I've never seen that before.
Here comes TK Cooper, a house, a light, as the Sunshine Machine is starting to pop up and shine again.
TK, the more of the power of the duo, but then as I say that, he rips off a standing shooting star press.
To the apron, oh, and there is a knee. Look at that athleticism from Cooper. Oh, look at that. Into the knee. He's down, Smokes is down. And Smokes barely gets out at a count of 2.
And he had to kick out there because TK took out Brad Baylor as well. He's on the outside. He's not even standing up on the apron. Now, see, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, unless there's a quick tag back. Okay.
Yeah, they're going back and forth. They're going to try to fly here against the champs and bring those titles to the UK. There it is. But Smoke somehow getting the shoulder up. I guess there is a reason they are the champs. They are resilient, but for how much longer?
And we have to know that was a grueling match against Ichiban and Tyree last week, so it's not like, they've been, vacationing for the past 2-3 weeks.
Brad Baylor sending him out to the floor, and now Swipe Right might be in great position here to put the challengers out. Hits the super swipe, makes the cover, and Swipe Right get the win.
The time of the fall, 8 minutes, 41 seconds. Here are your winners, and still Wrestling Open Tag Team Champions, Swipe Right.
Successful defense number 1 for Swipe Right, as I think the jet lag was just a little too much for Sunshine Machine here tonight. Those titles stay home in the United States, as Swipe Right show why they believe they are the best tag team at Wrestling Open and the best tag team in the world. Oh, come on. You already won the damn match, and now you gotta embarrass these guys even more.
No need to do this. Absolutely no need to do this. They made the statement with the win. That was an impressive win.
We need some help out here. I know you're not cleared to do anything, as we need some help out here as Swipe Right looking to send Sunshine Machine home. Oh, it's Dustin Flash Waller, as he is out here to help Sunshine Machine, a tag team specialist, of course, out here to help his fellow tag team.